Alright, I'm Bob, and mine is significantly lower resolution, but it is already. So, I made a project for a friend. This is a corset. It does not fit me, but yeah, it's a corset. And it has 120 LEDs. It fits very well, it looks awesome. And yeah, so I'll tell you about how I made it. Basically, I wanted to do it with only things that I had around the house. Well, besides the corset, I had to order that.
Sure, Bob.
Maybe they bought that.
Yeah, so in the back here we've got a battery pack, which is 8 AA's, which gets me 12 volts. But I don't need 12 volts because these are WS2812 strips, so they run off of 5 volts. And they're individually controllable, so I can do whatever I want to them. And then inside of here we've got a voltage regulator, which goes from 12 down to 5 volts. And so I wanted to at first use just an AT Tiny to control them, but that's only running at 8 megahertz, and it was not able to go fast enough to control all 120 LEDs. So I tried to figure out how much it would do, and through a process of elimination, figured out it would do 60, which is fine because there are 60 on each side. So there's 2 AT Tinys in here. Each one is controlling its 60. But then I have a Bluetooth low energy module, which is acting sort of like a master and controlling both of the 2 AT Tinys. But there's a problem that occasionally happens, and that's why you saw it briefly doing red on one side and blue on the other side. So what can happen is, because the AT Tinys are going as fast as they can trying to update the LEDs, sometimes they'll miss the signal from the master telling them to do something different, and so they'll get slightly out of sync briefly, which is a problem. The next version is going to deal with that. So the other neat thing about it is that, of course, I hooked it up to, like, it's connected. So, yeah, so I wrote an app. I'm using something called Ionic Framework, which allows me to write in TypeScript and HTML and CSS, and then cross-compile it for Android and iOS. And it crashed, of course.
Of course, it's a demo.
Yeah,
Jar
it's a
crash.
demo. So, yeah, it's also stupid bright, but this is turned down way low because when we brought it to Plan B, it was like, this is the right level of brightness. Any brighter than this and it becomes obnoxious. But anyway, the next version, and I've already sent out for the PCBs, they should be arriving in a week or 2. It will have it all incorporated into a LiPo battery and one module that controls everything. So I'm using the ESP8266, which has both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So that should be pretty cool. But it can control all 120 LEDs, and my hope is to have to start a small business with this and maybe have them see each other. So like if there are 2 corsets in the same place, then they will notice each other and synchronize. Yeah. Yeah, so this is connected now. And this is blue and red. So it's pretty bright. Green. Random colors. Yeah. Or we can breathe. So this is just fading in and out.
Unlike the wearer.
Right.
Of course.
And then this one went over particularly well since we were at Plan B. And then I really liked the drip, where it just kind of picks color. Yeah. Ooh. So it will randomly pick time and strip and just fade a color down. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Questions? Yes?
Have you thought of bringing some of your quiet time experience over and putting a microphone on it?
Oh, right. Yeah. The new version will have, it already has space for the microphone and all of the things necessary for that.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So definitely you should have people enter their likes and dislikes, so when the two of them do meet each other, it'll get some indication of sort of compatibility.
You know,
And
at
if
some...
one person doesn't like it, it can camouflage.
Right, sure. Yeah. Yes.
Did you also put an accelerometer on it too, so it can dance to the beat, you know?
Ooh.
So, that is possible, but I imagine if the person is dancing to the beat, then the beat will be caught with the microphone.
How about the dancing for the
Well, they should be dancing to the beat of it. Sure.
Do you have like a library in mind for like the frequency analysis to figure out the beat, or are you gonna like write your own?
I am not going to do any frequency analysis, because it's kind of pointless. Like, nobody's going to look and figure out, okay, this part of her corset is in the bass and this is in the treble. No, I'm just going to randomly pick numbers and have them magnify based on the decibel level. So it'll be a fake Fourier transform. That's FFT. Yeah. Anyone else? Yes.
In college, I bought a scrolling LED belt buckle that you could program in messages, and it would just scroll across with the letters, and you almost have enough LEDs to do that.
That's true.
Happy birthday, Bob, or something.
Yes. That would be a lot of fun for someone wearing a corset to come up to me and that is their present.
Would be a hacking contest to put
Right.
messages.
Yeah. Yes.
So Bob, your design from the very get-go was only addressing half of your potential market.
Right. So my plan is to do corsets, bras, and then hats and either jackets or vests.
Who was your target market? I resist ever asking specific.
So
I gotta ask why.
So it would be for people.
It's cool.
Yes. Halloween parties, clubs, dances, Burning Man, that kind of thing.
Not an everyday garment.
Right. Well, it depends on your job.
You can get away wearing that to the Ren Fair.
Yes. Yes, we could.
Does it come in different sizes?
Right. So that's actually going to be the hardest part about the business because I don't really want to stock a whole bunch of different bra sizes. Like with the corsets, because they're adjustable with the lace in the back, then that's not as big a deal. But yeah, inventory management is going to be a pain. So I'm thinking that I'll just have people order and then I'll order the appropriate thing and there will be some time between when they order and when they get it delivered. It's the only way I can come up with at the moment. But I did want to mention one cool feature was in order to attach these to the corset, I'm using Velcro. So if there is a need to wash the corset for any reason, then you could remove all of the strips just with the Velcro. Yes?
Do you think the TSA might have an issue with this?
Of course.
It's a vest. New electronics.
I don't know. I don't.
I dare you.
You could separate the electronics from the vest.
Send Bob in with it on.
I don't know. Yes.
One of my comments about another market you might consider is the white wheel market, the light wheel market.
Oh, yeah.
An article, there are a couple of companies that put fancy color changing light wheels. You've got enough things to put multiple spikes that are really dynamic. I've used some of these, I think it's called monkey lights or something. They're kind of boring. This would be a lot more realistic, visually bigger.
That's true. Sure.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say, do you sell kits? Like maybe like would you sell kits with like the Velcro so the person could just sew Velcro onto whatever garment they wanted?
That is possible. I think that it will be hard to do the software because, like, the fading, for example, you need to know where the strips are cut. Yeah.
That could be a config file on an SD card or something, maybe, or
Yeah, maybe.
USB or whatever. Well, I guess you're working with tiny, so USB's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Not possible to start.
But the module itself, with the battery and the controllers and the Bluetooth and all that, I could sell and let people do whatever they want with. So I guess there is potential there. You got a question?
Yeah, as a bicyclist, I would love to have a reflective vest that had turn signal arrows and shoulders.
That is a possibility. I know that people have a problem with those because they wear backpacks while they're biking.
I can't stand having weight on my back when I'm biking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's not really the market I'd like to pursue at the moment.
That's where the kits become in handy.
Sure. All right.
Tom?